Maybe it is bias. I don't know. He doesn't seem as annoying as he used to.
What's your style? What's your voice?
Yes.
Tommy.
Okay, that's good advice.
Who's in you? What's in TommyInnit?
Now he's f***ing ruined it. Now he's supporting. Okay, it's over. Right, we're back to hating Jake Weddle. Let's do a bit of Weddle 10 as a palate cleanser. I've got to be real with you here, guys. I really fucking hate Lex. I know that drama's dead now, but I still hate Lex. And I'll tell you why. Okay? I'll tell you why. She has totally fucking ruined all of the fun. No, not Lex Updog. Lex. Jake Weddle's ex that was a psycho. Right? She has totally fucking ruined and drained all of the fun out of mocking Jake Weddle. Because Jake was actually completely wronged in that situation. And it was her fault. And since then, I mean, I've not really looked at Jake Weddle's stuff, but I don't know, it just feels like, yeah, the guy got like totally fucked over. Feels a bit mean-spirited to like go after it super hard now. And I was like calling him all sorts of shit before. I mean, now, if anything, I kind of want him to succeed in spite of what Lex did. I kind of want him to do well in spite of Lex. So, very frustrating. Anyway, he did a video, and it's kind of crossing something else we covered recently that I was quite interested in. So I think this might be fun to have a look at. So, he actually did a video talking about TommyInnit. Interesting. Interesting. I honestly don't know how this is going to go. In my heart, I want him to mock TommyInnit for being an unfunny loser. But in my head, I think, well, TommyInnit is like doing woke comedy, so surely Jake Weddle is going to support it. Let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. How is he doing? 1.2k views. Hey! Bro! It is, to be fair, he did have to dip back into the beast tent. I get it. I understand. But 3 weeks ago, he did a video which got 28k views because he had Mr. Beast on the thumbnail. I'll give him that. I'll give him that because of the Lex stuff, okay? I'll allow it. This one did 9.1k. Yeah, pretty rough. Pretty rough performance. But hey, at least we got some success. Dipping into the... Oh, he cracked out the old faithful. Right, anyway, let's see what he's got to say.
This video is going to be a lot more complicated than I thought initially. Look, I went ahead and reviewed Gus Johnson, Curtis Connor, Noel Miller, and Ryan Long in the last video, and a lot of my comments were, oh my god, are you going to talk about TommyInnit? You got to talk about TommyInnit. Talk about TommyInnit. Oh my god. All right, okay, I'm going to talk about TommyInnit. God damn. Now, to be frank, I don't know a lot about TommyInnit. Everything I've learned about this man has been against my will. I was a big fan of him nagging Jimmy about the Beast Burger. Do we have a clip?
Oh, you don't say that tastes amazing.
There is no man behind those Adderall eyes, I tell you. No, and everything I've learned about the TommyInnit Dream SMP beef conflict, whatever, I've heard from Adam McIntyre. And that's saying something. I was personal friends with Carl Jacobs. Oh my god, Jake, stop name dropping. You've been in LA for 10 goddamn minutes. All right, I'll quit. No, I released that video and all the comments said, you gotta review TommyInnit's special. Look at TommyInnit's special. Everyone says that TommyInnit's bad at stand-up, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, well, listen, obviously, okay? Yes, Jake Weddle is not my kind of comedy. I'm not really here for the jokes. I just want to see what he's got to say about TommyInnit. And that comment about Mr. Beast's eyes, I'm all for that. That's fine. Have a go at his weird eyes and not having anything behind there. That's fine. But, yeah, anyway, let's see what he says.
Well, I tried to find TommyInnit's stand-up. Does TommyInnit even do stand-up? All I could find was one short, one video on some random channel with 100 subscribers, and then his live show that was released 2 years ago, which was, again, like stated in the previous video, a variety show more akin to what that YouTuber does in relation to what he would do for a live show. He did exactly what I said YouTubers do, that is stand-up adjacent.
Did you see the tweet speculating about whether Mr. Beast watches porn or not? What? Yes, he does. BBC. Mr. Beast is watching white girl pogs get dicked down by meaty BBCs.
Oh my God, Jake, you're so oh my God, you genius. No, but you people asked for it. TommyInnit's a hot name right now, and I'm a slave to the bag, so let's talk about it. Before we can talk about if whether or not TommyInnit beats the unfunny allegations, first we have to ask ourselves, is he cringe? Is TommyInnit cringe? Yes.
Oh,
yes, he
goal
is.
needed.
But that's okay. Tommy, look, from one cringe to another, look,
Okay,
I'm not beating the cringe
self-aware.
allegations, and neither are you. It's fine, you know? It takes a level of boldness to be cringe. It takes a level of experimentalness. Experimentality? Experiment. A willingness to experiment. Are
Bro, I feel like I'm actually... I said so much shit about Jake Weddle. And all that stuff still stands about how he acted when this Mr. Beast stuff happened, right? But at least he's self-aware. I don't know. At least he's self-aware. That's something, is it not? Maybe I'm just too biased now because of the Lex stuff. I'm not feeling the same insufferable energy that I used to. I'm just like, okay, I don't find him funny and he's cringe. And that's it. I don't really have much more thoughts than that. I just want to see what he says about TommyInnit.
Are you cringe or just creative and passionate and maybe a little socially inept, you know? Now, from what I could gather from this short, this random YouTube video, and his live show, is that he's just a kid, lay off. No, to say that he is influenced by Bo Burnham is an understatement. I mean, the guy opens up his thing with a section from White Woman's Instagram, I believe. One of the songs from Inside. And look, you guys know me, I love Bo Burnham, but opening up your special with another comedian's bit, you know?
He's so different now. Yeah, like... Maybe it is bias, I don't know. It doesn't seem as annoying as he used to. I'm having trolls remorse. Maybe that's it. Like, he's less manic. Like, he seems less panicked and manic than he did before. Presumably because people aren't constantly fucking scrutinizing him and talking about him all the time, I guess. Which I think he deserved. I'm not saying he didn't deserve that. But, He's like a diamond. He's hardened by his... Well, that's a bit much, but... I don't know, dude. If you think I'm being super biased about this, tell me. I guess that time has passed. I'm kind of over all the stuff that happened before. Right? I do think he was wrong by Lex. And here he just seems less obnoxious. I don't think he's funny. I think that he's kind of annoying. Obviously still. But beyond that, I'm not really like super emotive about any of this, I don't think.
Is it an homage? Is it just... I love
He
that
looks
song.
better.
I'll play it at my
He looks
thing.
better.
And then to have the structure of the show, at least his solo portions, be very, very, very set up exactly the way Bo Burnham would do, say, Left Brain, Right Brain, or that breakup song where the one...
Thank you for the $2. Yeah, maybe the Lex stuff had like a some sort of positive impact on him, maybe? I don't know. Less self-assured, yeah.
The guy goes, eat a dick, you know? It feels like middle career Bo Burnham. You know, that we think we know you era Bo
Thank you,
Burnham.
Major Windy,
And look,
for your help.
I was there wearing a white t-shirt in my bedroom doing we think we know you. You changed. You suck. You know, I was there. In the trenches, I was there. And TommyInnit is clearly not shy about brazenly broadcasting his influences on his neon sleeves. At some point, I do find it maybe marginally annoying. Is he wearing his influences on his sleeve and doing something new with the format? Or is he just ripping Bo Burnham? And honestly, gets a little hazy. That line. On some level, I want to empathize with somebody who is very, very young.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, and he's going on TommyInnit too. Okay. Well, I like that. That's good. I'm a fan of that. He's doing it softly, but he is criticising TommyInnit for being a Bo Burnham ripoff. Which sounds about right. You hate this guy. Some people have really got the same energy. That's fine if you want to, obviously, you know, think that way. I don't feel it. Weird.
who is just trying stuff out, wearing his influences on his sleeve. That's what we all did, especially when we were young, especially when we were starting out. I do want to say, though, because Bo Burnham is doing this authentically, and TommyInnit is kind of doing it retrospectively, that it does create a dissonance between Bo Burnham's original artistic intention and what TommyInnit is doing here. What TommyInnit is doing here is like taking Bo Burnham's format, but performing it in a way that reminds me of, you know, those TikToks of when it's like Deadpool and Wolverine, like it.
Well, I was hoping that he was maybe going to show some clips, but if not, we can take a look at it. But yeah, I do want to have a look at TommyInnit's comedy while we're here.
Disneyland, because they're at Disneyland now, so they're being kind of raunchy, but it's still like for a child audience at Disneyland. You know, the way that Marvel has kind of co-opted spectacle, and the way that YouTubers have co-opted spectacle, and the way that comedians harness clapter, all to create a performance that is more disingenuous than stand-up comedy. Something that feels closer to watching a Marvel movie or taking a ride at Disneyland. Are we here watching theater? Is this WWE? Is it all one and the same? Who's to...
Remember your hatred for this weasel? Well, yeah. Sure. Time heals all, though. The reason I found this guy so frustrating and obnoxious and annoying and a little fucker was because he was dishonest, and I think that he massively overstated the issues that he had in his Mr. Beast stuff. And he misrepresented to his audience in order to justify taking more money from Mr. Beast. But that was, how long ago was that? That was like, what, August last year? And yeah, you know, if he was able to come forward and admit to things that I think are true, or is willing to say, okay, well, here's where I made mistakes in handling that, or something like that. Here's my shortcomings in how I handled that situation. That would be good. Whether he does that or not, I don't know. Like, the best thing would be if he was able to make a video and say, listen, guys, although obviously, yes, I do still feel that I was wrong by Mr. Beast, here's my shortcomings and how I handled it, and spoke openly about that, maybe. I think if it was relevant, if it became relevant to do so. I don't think he has to do a gay video where he's like, hey guys, here's what I got wrong about the Mr. Beast situation. But if it became a relevant topic and he was able to kind of just talk a bit about it or something, yeah, I think that'd be cool. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not saying that I like Jake Weddle. I'm not saying he's going to be my pal or something like that. I mean, you know, I've said some very harsh things about this guy, but it's just interesting to go back to someone that previously I would have, you know, mocked extensively. And because of time, and also because of how fucked up what Lex did to this guy was. And someone else made a good point in chat as well. I wouldn't use this to excuse the behaviour around some of the Mr. Beast stuff. But I think that Lex was like a vampire. And I think Lex would absolutely have had an impact in how he carried himself and handled himself. Yes, he should have been able to withstand that and push back against it. Certainly, there's that criticism. But on a fundamental level, yeah, there was probably an influence there that was negative that had some impact in how he was acting. And I'm willing to, you know, account for that, you know? I mean, if you actually look at the drama around, like, the Lex coming to my Discord and stuff like that, you know, it's like she was clearly pulling the levers there. She was clearly pulling the strings. And, you know, even Jake Weddle's dealings with it, I'm imagining were heavily influenced by Lex talking about it in a certain way and saying certain things about it, you know? Like, the fact that he was talking, like, he was pushing for this lawsuit. Well, was he? Or was it fucking Lex that was pushing the legal stuff? Well, I think it was probably Lex that was pushing the legal shit primarily, you know? Yeah, exactly. Jake Weddle was a mark, and Lex saw that and capitalized and took advantage of it. Somewhat, quite a lot, he bears responsibility for not dealing with it, but I just think that Lex was like a poison. That's my kind of perspective.
To say, I'm just asking questions. Like, TommyInnit's live show feels like at the video game awards when the dorks have to do a bit in between awards. That's too mean. Look, I like TommyInnit. I think he is very funny, like, personally. I loved his Weekend Update style, like Jon Stewart Daily Show-esque Internet Today show that he's doing. Because he is still wearing his influences on his sleeve, and I can smell those influences, Tommy. I know you're doing Weekend Update. I know you're doing Daily Show. I know you're just a comedy dork who is trying all the comedy things. I see you, Tommy, because I am you. I'm not gonna fault Tommy for doing something that is very, very reminiscent of another comedian when he is early on in his career and life. And I'm gonna commend the kid for being bold enough to try something, putting himself out there. I want to see this influencer speedrun you do where you start off with a mid-tier...
I think that's true. I think you should always have a level of like, well, fair play, you're trying something, right? It's like, would you do that? Would you give that a go? There's something in that, I think, right? It's just crazy that even fucking the soys don't like TommyInnit's comedy.
Burnham and then get on to a 2000s era Jon Stewart Weekend Update thing. I want to see TommyInnit's Kaufman, TommyInnit's Dimitri Martin era. Let's see TommyInnit's Cat Williams. To get things back on track for a second, all of the pitfalls that we talked about in the previous video, that Curtis Connor, Gus Johnson, Ryan Long, all seem to be held back by, but Noel was able to rise above those things. This is my advice to Tommy. Tommy, hey, you look at me, Tommy? If you want to separate yourself from YouTuber who does stand-up, and just be a comedian, and you gotta focus on stand-up for a little bit, which I assume is what you're doing. I assume the reason why I haven't seen...
Advice for a failure? Sure. I've not seen any good evidence that Jake Weddle is, like, successfully being a comedian. So, yeah. I still think that he is, like, a failed comedian. Maybe there's some stuff he's doing. How successful he is in question, though.
A lot of your work floating around is because you're still working on your craft, and that's a good thing. Don't pull the bread out of the oven when it's not done breading yet. I would encourage you to go to open mics where nobody knows your name. I would encourage you to get comedian friends and go on tour with them and open up for them for an audience that has no...
This is actually good advice, though. Like, this is actually decent advice. So, yeah, we can say that he's a fucking, hasn't demonstrated his success as a comedian, but this is good advice. Yeah, do open mic nights, go with more experienced comedians, do openings for them. My guess is that TommyInnit is trying to capitalize on his YouTube name to do stand-up. But stand-up is a very different beast. Oh, beast, get it? And so you should focus on becoming a good stand-up comedian by doing the things that a stand-up comedian does to get good. Not just, oh, I've got a YouTube name, come to my show, and then it's a fucking mediocre to shitty comedy show.
Idea who you are, because I'm worried the dark side might be consuming you, because in your special it did seem like you relied really, really heavily on your built-in audience knowing who you are and being very excited to see you, which there's no fault in that. It's a fan event. You're a celebrity. Have your fun, get your bag. But if you want to be a good stand-up, you have to be able to walk into a room full of people that have no idea who you are, win them over, and then you're telling jokes. The audience has to go, who's this fucking guy? And then you gotta win him over. Don't lock yourself into Bo Burnham. Don't lock yourself into Jon Stewart. What's your style? What's your voice?
Yes.
Tommy?
Okay, that's good advice.
Who's in you? Yeah. All right. What's in TommyInnit? Oh, so did TommyInnit beat the unfunny allegations?
Oh, that's kind of funny.
I believe he did. Has he produced a quality stand-up special? No. Did he do a fan event that was exactly like how I say people who aren't traditional stand-ups do fan events for YouTube? Yes, that's exactly what he did. I fucking clocked it. Now, Tommy, you don't have to take any of my advice. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I've just been doing stand-up for 10 years, and I also have a stand-up special right here. It's called Trauma Bonding, and it's free right here on my YouTube. Tommy, I'm sure you've already seen it, but if you haven't, if you want to go ahead and give it a watch, it'd be great. And if you want to see more content like this, Tommy, I'm sure you do, then go ahead and leave...
Okay, that's fucking gay. That's very gay. I've got loads of experience that... Okay, I don't like that. That is getting back into the old Weddle-esque behavior.
The comment, who else you want to see me talk about, Tommy? If you become a member here on YouTube or on Patreon, then you can get access to videos early, exclusive content, priority chat. But if all that sounds like too much commitment, then the very least you can do is like and subscribe. All that jazz. I appreciate you. One last thing if you are still here, and thank you for being here. My youngest sibling currently has a GoFundMe to help fund their top surgery. We did a fundraiser stream.
Okay. Now he's ruined it. That's it. He's ruined it now. Now he's fucking ruined it. Now he's supporting fucking... Okay. It's over. Right. We're back to hating Jake Weddle.
Recently for it, where I did a little thing on this little poll to raise money for gender affirming care. Okay, but it is Tez's
Bro.
birthday this month.
He was so
if you wanna
close.
wish Tez a happy birthday, and you want to help support somebody seeking some gender-affirming care in these crazy times we're currently living in, then the link for the GoFundMe is in the description. So if you can make a donation, that would be lovely. But if not, you know.
Why did you do that, Jay? What? No! I was willing to reach across the aisle. But that I cannot abide. That I cannot abide. Okay. So unfortunately, we are still in the hate Nathan Weddle camp. Okay. That's a shame. Okay.
I lied to you when I said that all these people were YouTubers. Not all of these people that come on this stage, they want to be YouTubers anymore. And actually...
Okay. Bro, this is not a fucking stand-up, dude. It's like you've not earned the right, man. You're just going up there and people are cheering you because they know who you are. That's like a fan appearance. Jake Weddle was right about that.
And now, more amateur comedy from a white man. Comedy begins.
This isn't it. This is a joke, isn't it? What the fuck is this, bro? Okay, dude, bro, I can't. This is, bro, I'm gonna get banned. Let's leave that at that, okay?
Hi everyone, hi, you alright? How you doing, you alright? Let's shift this. Oh, God. How are you? You well? Yeah? Oh my God, hasn't this just been a brilliant night so far, eh? Fucking hell. Right, that was a bit of a serious intro from me. I feel like I should do something a little more Christmassy, a little more lighthearted, shouldn't I? Okay. Oh. Tell us a joke. Okay, here we go. Something a little more lighthearted. Okay. Doing comedy with my best friends. You're all my best friends. You and 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 you're all my best friends. Mention you and 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 you
What in the fuck?
and you 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 and you're on my not you. Why are you here? I didn't want you here. You weren't part of my plan. Do you have to stay here? You could go. I don't mind that she's your mum. She wasn't part of my plan. Don't woo her. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, I can see the Bo Burnham skinwalking allegation essentially, right? It's dire. It's totally dire. This is what happens when you're not allowed to say slurs in your comedy. This is the outcome.
Okay. You just... No, I didn't mean it. Now, okay, look, you hear these laughs I'm going to give?
Jake Weddle, for his sins, okay, was absolutely right about this isn't stand-up comedy. This is like a fan event, right? You just want to go out. Someone said it in chat as well. You just want to go out on stage and have your female fucking audience cheer you on. You don't want to tell a joke that's funny and people laugh. You just want to come on stage and everyone go, oh, it's TommyInnit, wow. And then you just, you know, basically writhe about in doing some sort of, you know, simulacra of a comedy show. And then people cheer it on because you're TommyInnit. That's what this is. Whilst badly channeling Bo Burnham.
If people are laughing, it's not for you. So don't, if I tell a joke and they laugh, resist. Because it's not, I don't want, you aren't meant to be here. Anyway, how is everyone tonight? You well? Yes?
You already said that.
Okay.
You already asked that.
Good. We've got some lots of people tonight. We've got my ex-girlfriend here tonight, Molly. Yeah. Hi. Are you? Have you been well? Where are you? Wasn't even looking at you.
What?
Yeah. You.
What is going on? This isn't stand up. He's not telling jokes.
I've been well.
He's awkwardly and autistically standing there. That's not what stand up is.
And in fact, I've moved on. It's true, and there's someone I'd like you all to meet tonight, okay? Someone I'd like you to meet, she's very nice with me. She's my invisible girlfriend. So now, please, a kiss.
I love you, Tom.
I love you too, baby.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
What was that? His own fan called him gay. Yes. Don't worry, we're not going to watch all of this. We'll watch about half, and then we'll take a look at this this dog pack thing. I've been meaning to watch it for a few days now. This dog pack expose.
Jealous?
Okay, that's wonderful.
Baby!
How do I
Thank you for
make
the super
money
chats.
off depressed people?
Baby?
Hey, Tom.
Hey, baby, what's your favourite thing about dating me, would you say, huh?
Probably how handsome and sweaty you are.
Okay, thank you.
Always so sweaty.
Okay,
I
very much.
love your
Thank you, PD.
sweat.
Thank you, baby. Thank you. It's very nice. Very nice.
Okay, right, we're going to get through the girlfriend bit, and then we're going to watch whatever the next bit is, and that'll be it, okay? Don't worry.
Your skin.
You like that
I
view?
love
Okay.
your huge, big skin. You have so much skin. You're basically all skin, and I love skin.
All right, baby. Why don't you go sit down now, baby? That was nice. That was too much.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Love you, Tom.
Love you too, baby. All right. Now, sorry if I do seem a little bit on edge tonight. This rich millionaire has paid some guy to hunt me for sport. And now, I'm going to perform a song. You see, recently... Thank you. You see, recently I've been beefing with lots of the top YouTubers online. And I have wrote myself a bit of a diss track tonight to try and end it all.
We'll do the diss track.
Okay.
This is where it's going to get good. The diss track is where it's really going to come together, trust me.
So, here we go. Logan, JJ, Jimmy, you fucking pussies. You really want to go for me? Oh, you want to go? Okay, come on then. Confrontation makes me anxious. So if we could all just please stop that, I would appreciate that lots. Just lots of sleepless nights. So, thank you very much. Oh. So, you there, what's your name? Are you having a nice...
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. Rough comedy there, I
Okay,
would
that's
say.
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Start aiming chair.
And also, I'm going to retract a previous comment as well. Thank you for the $5, Jimbo. I'm going to retract a previous comment because I said that it's good to see someone get up and try something like this. But he's not actually doing that. He's not actually trying stand-up. He's getting up on a stage, relying on the fact that he has got like popularity and relying on the fact that people are going to know who he is and just kind of like pretending and not actually doing stand-up. So no, he's not actually trying. Okay, anyway, I need to take a quick break. I'll be back in just a sec.